What up, chingus? Hi, my name is Tamika and this is my channel, Tamika Uploaded. So this is long overdue, but today I am going to do the 2016 New Year's tag resolution. I know this is well overdue, but it's still January. So like, as long as I get it done in January, I honestly feel, I'm just kidding. I know I'm wrong. Anyway, I'm doing a 2016 New Year's resolution because I wanted y'all to know a little bit more about like what I'm feeling about this year as far as books and everything else. I was tagged by Allyson Tuggle. Thank you so much, girl, for tagging me. I know it's taking me forever to do this yet again, but I'm so happy to do it. And so we're gonna get started. So let's go. Losing weight. Books that you would like to toss off your shelf this upcoming year. Well, if y'all didn't know, I own the entire Vampire Academy series and I need to read those. Like, I have not read one of those books. I read the graphic novel, but I did not read that book. So that's number one. Secondly, I also want to read the Twilight series. I've only read New Moon. Like, what's that about? I saw the movie and then I wanted to read New Moon and I didn't continue on. So I'm definitely going to read the entire Twilight series. And then thirdly, I want to finish up the entire Percy Jackson and Olympian series. So far, I've read, as of today, books 1 and 2. So we got what, 3 more? So hopefully I will get all these books read. Here's hoping. Learning something new. Pick a book in a genre you wouldn't normally read. Okay, so I have a confession to make. I do not read contemporary. I'm not a really big, huge contemporary person, especially young adult contemporary, because it's just so like melodrama, teenage angst, and I'm just like, yeah, grow up. But I really wanted to change that because I know all the books aren't like that. They're all different and they all have diversity in them. So what I've decided that I'm going to do is I want to read Everything by Nicole Una, and I also want to read All the Bright Places by Jennifer Naveen. Like, I do want to read those because I've heard nothing but good things about them and the plot seemed very interesting to me, something that I can more relate to. So we're gonna try contemporary. We're going to try. Number 3, getting out of debt. Give a shout out to your favorite discount bookstore. The place that I get the biggest deal is the library. Like, when they sell those books for like 50 cents, you can't find it no cheaper than that other than free. So big ups to High Point Public Library for your book sales. But also, another discount bookstore that I really enjoy going to is Ed McKay's, which is located in both Greensboro and Winston-Salem, North Carolina. They have a huge selection of used books and DVDs and I think even VHSs. Like, I have VHS player, I don't know if you do. Records, music, all kinds of paraphernalia that you can think of. So yes, Ed McKay's, located in both Greensboro and Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Wonderful used bookstore. I've gotten some books there for an awesome deal as well. Quit smoking. A book or series that is not that great, but you can't seem to put down. Okay, so this one is a very unpopular opinion because I was thinking of something that I felt like I wasn't that great, but I did finish it, and that would have to be Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. It takes you about 125 pages, and the book's not that long, okay? Before you're like gripped into the story. But then once you get gripped into the story and you've decided what characters you're like excited to hear about, then the ending's like, what the crap was that? Like, I couldn't with the ending. I couldn't. But for some odd reason, I want to read it again. Like, it's good. Like, I want to read it again and absorb it again and kind of reread some stuff over again. Only because I like those scenes. Not that the whole story was something magnificent, but just because I love those specific scenes. I'm just like, I got so many feels. But yeah, sorry for all those who love that book. It's not a bad book. It's not a bad book, but the beginning and the ending didn't do it for me. Didn't tickle my fancy. Eliminating stress. A book or series that helps you calm down. My favorite book from 2015, if you did not know, is Illuminae by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. Like, I love that book, and I cannot wait until the second Illuminae Files book 2 comes out. Like, I just know it's gonna be amazing. I saw an interview by, I think it's the Little Book Owl. Forgive me if I said her name wrong. But I was so envious she got to meet them and interview them about the book. Like, I was like, ugh! But I love the interview so much because it was so informative. So yes, like Illuminae, it just does it for me, like, for everything. But it also gives me a bad book hangover because after I read it, I'm like, what is this there to read? Traveling, a book that takes place in a different place or time. Well, I am currently reading it, and that is The Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I'm currently reading that book. I'm really enjoying it, and so far, I mean, we're traveling to 2 different times and places, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool book, and I'll let y'all know a little bit more about that later. But yes, that is a book that I'm currently reading, and I'm enjoying it. Spending more time with family and friends. A book that someone recommended to you. Okay, so there was actually a whole series that was recommended to me, and I am gonna read it. I feel like I'm just so behind, but the entire Shadowhunter series. So the Clockwork series, and the Clockwork series and the City of Bone series. And I think I probably may or may not read the Baning Chronicles. I haven't decided. But I'm definitely going to start with City of Bone, and I am going to follow on this journey to get those read this year. So I'm going to get it done. And I can be with all y'all. And have y'all seen the show? Like, how are y'all feeling about that? Because sorry. But I've been saying it. Like, I haven't said it to y'all, but I've been saying it to my friends. I said, come on. Who directed this? Did you not watch, like, the teaser trailers and all the other stuff? What were you expecting? Like, my expectations were down here, but when I watched it, I still feel like it didn't meet my expectations. But anyway, but moving on. But if you enjoyed it, I would love to know what you're loving about it. But if you didn't enjoy it, then, you know, you can tell me what you didn't enjoy about it. Okay. Drinking Less. A book or series that impairs your judgment. Also known as an overload of the feels. I gotta say it again. Illuminae! Like, I just get so drunk with that entire series. Like, there's people who don't feel a way about it, that I feel a way about it, but I really enjoyed that book. It just took me on this galactic journey, and it actually scared me. I did have nightmares from reading this book. And I felt so much energy from all the different characters, because you would think that you're reading through files and correspondence and emails, you're not going to have feelings for these characters, but I feel like they do an awesome job. And I think a lot of it comes from, like, the diary entries as well as the instant message entries. And you're just like, Ezra is my boo. I love me some Ezra. You know what I'm saying? Like, Caddy, that's my girl, but Ezra's my man. Exercising. What is your reading challenge for the new year? So what I said on Goodreads is 100 books. This has been the worst reading month ever in January. Just horrible. Like, I'm just halfway through the month and I'm like, what have I gotten read? And I'm just like, so I'm still gonna keep it at 100. I'm gonna try it. I'm still gonna attempt to read 100 books. I'll just have to make it up in other months. But, you know, I have little tricks up my sleeve to, you know, get these books read. But we'll see. We'll see. And lastly, volunteering, tag someone. So who I would like to tag for this, and if they want to do it this year or they do it for next year, but it's still January. I'm just saying, like, we can still talk about New Year's resolutions as long as it's still in January. And that is Allie from The Little Librarian, Monica Ortiz, and Joss from Scribble Reads, and Miss Leah B12, as well as Megan Precourt and Chelsea Martin. These are the lovely, lovely women who I would love to tag for this book tag. And I don't know if you've already done it, you know, do it again for next year. But anyway, I enjoyed this tag. I hope you learn a little bit more about, you know, my headspace as far as reading. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video really, really soon. Mwah. All right, you guys. See you later, chingus. Bye. Annyeong. My name is Peaches, and I'm the best of the DJs. Like.